Pain to Prosperity, the power of pressing through the pain.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Bureau Keynotes. Tonight, we have Miss Tracey D. Armstrong. Miss Tracey is a professional speaker, educator, coaching consultant, and graduate of Texas A&M University. She earned her degree in business management with a concentration in human resources. She has over 25 years of managerial coaching and speaking experience. She is certified in meditation, crisis prevention intervention, and is a mental health specialist. She transforms lives by transforming minds to think the thoughts that guide you to a more prosperous life. Please welcome Tracey Armstrong with her presentation, The Power of Pressing Through the Process, How to Press from Pain to Prosperity.
Thank you for that. Hello, everyone. Today, we are talking about the power of pressing through the process to go from pain to prosperity. Now, this is for everyone today. Even if you're not going through anything right now, at this moment, it's okay. This is still for you because you never know when the next challenge in life will come and you'll have to press through it. So let's start first. By a show of hands, if you've ever heard me speak before, you know I like participation, okay? So by a show of hands, let's see who has ever had to press through something in life. And if you can't put your hand up, you can put it in the chat. You can just say me, okay? Let's see who's out there. Who's had to press through something in life? I see the hands. I see the me's. There we go. Thank you. Now, and this is no matter what level of life you're at, whether you're wealthy, rich, middle class, or impoverished. I'm sure you've pressed through something to get to where you are now. So it could be family issues, it could be things with friends, it could be your finances, or just pressing through to get to your future. You may have had to press your way to get to this meeting today, you know? So I'm here to tell you that there is power in pressing because you never know what's on the other side of that pressing. And it may be painful sometimes when you're going through the process. But today I want to show you how to press through the pain to live a more prosperous life that you deserve. And yes, no matter what you think about yourself, you deserve to be prosperous. Okay? And just a reminder what prosperity is. It's not just about money. Because a lot of times people hear the word prosperity and money is the first thing they think about. Prosperity is enjoying vigorous and healthy growth. It's flourishing in all the things that you do. Prosperity is the condition of being successful or thriving in your finances and more. Okay? Don't you want to flourish and thrive in life? Because I know I do. If you don't want to, it's okay. I'll take yours. Okay? All right. So now that we know where we're trying to get to, let's see where we're coming from. And let's talk about that word pain. The scientific definition of pain is an unpleasant sensation and emotional experience, usually caused by some type of damage. Anybody ever had any damage in your life, mentally, emotionally, physically? And pain is that reaction to the damage. And it shows up to prevent you from having further damage. Okay? And if y'all didn't know, pain sends signals and it travels through your nerves up to your brain. And your brain is trying to interpret what it is. Your brain is saying, okay, this is causing me pain. And I'm trying to figure out if this is some good pain or is this bad pain? And what should we do about it? So when the pain goes to your brain, it actually sends signals like you might moan or groan, or you might start complaining, okay? When you're going through pain, sometimes you complain. You might have restlessness or might be agitated. You might be uneasy. Sometimes some people even get tense, even thinking about something that may have caused them pain in the past, and it brings back a memory. And the other signal that pain does is it starts making you guard areas. Wherever you felt pain, you start guarding your area and you kind of withdraw from certain things, like your heart. when you've been heartbroken, you want to guard your heart. And you don't let people in because you don't want to feel that hurt again. I know for me, and I'm just going to be honest, I've been heartbroken. And I'll just tell y'all, in college, I was engaged. My senior year, I was engaged. I graduated and went on to start my career. But he was a fifth-year senior. That should say a little something. And I thought that we were going to be able to do this long-distance relationship. I thought he was going to be faithful. I was so naive. I decided to do a pop-up and drive back to the school to surprise him, Lo and behold, I was the one who got surprised. So this pain caused me to not let people in as close because I didn't want to feel that pain again from that type of relationship. Now, some of you might not guard your heart, but you might guard your money. Let's talk about money. You might guard your money because you might have been scammed or swindled before, and it's hard for you to take risks of doing things. It's hard for you to step out and start that business. It might be hard for you to do group economics because you have lost money before and you don't want to lose money again because it's painful when you lose money. And I'll say that's my mom, everybody. My mom as a child, she didn't have very much. And they didn't have a lot of money. So when she gets money now, oh no, she doesn't take any risk. She doesn't believe in investing. She doesn't understand the importance of cash flow. She's like, no, I got my money. She's one that would put it under the mattress if she could, okay? And I know some of you have gone through some pain in life. And some of you have so many guards up that you miss out on the opportunities to live a more prosperous life. Some of you have missed out on some relationships because you were guarding your heart so closely. Some of you may have missed out on business deals because you didn't want to spend that money or take that risk. Some of you don't live life to the fullest because of the pain from your past. But in order to live a more prosperous life, you got to transform your mind to think the thoughts that will lead to that kind of life. Now, that pain hinders some of us from achieving the visions, the dreams, and the goals for our future. And I want you to understand how you can press through the pain. And again, if you've ever heard me speak, I like to use the 5 W's and the 1 H to break it down on how you can do it. When you're trying to press through any type of painful situation, the first thing you want to think about is the who. Who's causing this pain in my life? It may not be a who, it might be a what, but 9 times out of 10, it's a who. And a lot of times we identify the who and it's actually you. Sometimes you are the one that's causing your own pain in your own life. So some of us might need to take a look in the mirror like me. I told myself for the past 2 years, I wanted to create a podcast, but I never did. And I told myself I could help other people with my speaking. This is what I really wanted to do, but I never did it. I finally stopped and asked myself this. Why haven't you done it, Tracey? What's stopping you from going live? What's stopping you from doing the videos? Lo and behold, the answer was myself. I was letting the fear and the pain of being rejected in my past stop me from doing what I wanted to do in the future. I was thinking about the pain of the kids teasing me because back in my day, I got teased for the gap in my teeth. I got teased for the darkness of my skin. I was allowing those kids from 1992 to dictate my 2022. And when I tell you that once I identified it was me, I had to ask the next question. What are you going to do about it? So first, figure out who do you allow to bring the pain into your life? And if you notice, I said allow, because you allow people in your life. You have the choice of who you keep in your life and who you distance yourself from. So I've had to distance myself from so many people in life that have caused me pain. And I knew that continuing to do the things that I was doing with those people was causing my life not to flourish, not to thrive, clubbing and drinking and doing those things that wasn't productive. That wasn't going to get me to the goals that I was trying to achieve. So figure out the who and then figure out the what. What are you going to do with those friends that might be bringing you down? What are you going to do with those family members that, when you talk to them, you kind of feel drained afterwards? What are you going to do about the situations that you might be going through? Are you going to let the situation bring you down? Are you going to deal with it and press through to get the results you want? That's what I did. I decided to stop talking about all the things that I wanted to do, and I decided to stop letting my past dictate my future. Now, the next W is the when. When are you experiencing the pain? Is it when you start doing something that you're not comfortable with because, you start complaining about it? Oh, it might be difficult. It might be hard. Is it when you're trying to have certain conversations with people and you don't know exactly what to say? Identify when does that pain come? Because if you think back, most pain comes when you don't feel prepared for something. When you're not ready to start and you feel uneasy. You might say, whoever is, prepared, who's ever prepared for a breakup? You're never really prepared for a breakup, but if you realize when you're starting to feel it, it will help you understand how to press through the pain. And even sometimes avoid some situations. Like, I know I can't answer my phone all the time for certain people because getting off the phone with them, I end up feeling a certain kind of way. The next W, where is the pain? Is it mental pain and thoughts that keep you worrying and stressed out? Is it emotional pain that stems from your past trauma? Or is it physical pain, like actually in your body? This is important because it has been scientifically proven that mental and emotional pain can cause pain in your body. If you're always stressing, you can get headaches and you can get body aches. I know at the end of the last school year, I just had knots in my neck and knots in my shoulders. And it was so stressful. And it was the mental and the emotional toll that we were going through as educators that caused us to be so stressed. And it came out through our physical body aches. Now, the next W is the why. Why are you in pain? Why does this person even matter? The person that's causing you the pain. Why do the past hurts still cause you the pain? Why does that little boy saying, oh, you fine, but you ugly, still get to me? Why does the words, like back in the day, they would say, oh, you're a pretty little black girl. Why does that still bother me? Ask yourself those hard questions. Why does the thoughts of being prosperous make you feel uncomfortable sometimes? Why do you think that no one wants to hear your story? Why do you doubt that anyone will read your book? The why is where you will really begin to see all of the pain that you may have let hinder you from getting you to the next level. Now your H, how to press through the pain to get to the prosperity. You have to recognize what it is or who it is. You have to release it, refresh, reset, and restart. Let me break it down for you. Recognizing, this is when you go through those 5 W's and you identify what's causing the pain. You recognize when you're feeling the pain. You do all the recognition of the pain. And you got to also recognize where you're trying to go. Where are you trying to get in life? Are you trying to stay where you are? Are you trying to stay at the level that you're at right now? Because if you're trying to go to another level, you need to recognize what is stopping you from getting to that next level. And then once you recognize what's stopping you, you have to release it. Now, releasing can be in different ways. For me, I'm a crybaby. I cry. I got any criers out there? I got anybody that cry? I cry. I've always been a crybaby. So for me, releasing, I will cry and I will get it out. And some of you might find other ways to release, but remember, your way of releasing cannot be doing something that's not going to be productive for your life. Some of you might need to scream. Sometimes when I get at practice, the cheerleaders will look at me and be like, why is she screaming? I just be like, ah! And I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm back. Okay. Some of you can write in your journal. Writing releases sometimes. Now, refresh. This is when you can do things like breathing exercises, exhaling. You can go and refresh by having a self day, going and maybe doing a spa day. Refresh yourself. Take a moment to get yourself back aligned with your dreams and with your goals. And then resetting, literally like a video game. I know I have some video gamers out there, okay? Video gamers, you know how sometimes when you're losing at a game and you're like, man, I'm losing. I don't even want to keep on going. And then you just say, we're just going to reset the game. And I'm just going to forget that one. I'm just reset. You might need to reset some things in your life. You might need to move around from where you normally are. You might need to move around from some people. You might need to reset your circle and have a different circle that you're interacting with. You might need to reset your actions and what you're doing, because the way you're doing it, if it's not leading you to the life you want, you may need to reset your actions and then restart. See, that's the good thing about life. If it's every day you wake up, it's another day to restart. If you mess up, you can do it again. If you start a project, because I know some people say, well, I start a project and I never finish a project. If you start and you don't finish a project, guess what? It's okay. Just restart. Like, I started my business in 2016. I opened the cheer company and it was doing good. We were flourishing, we were thriving. And then 2020, the pandemic hit. So I had to shut down the gym because we couldn't have people come in the building. And we had to shut down during that time. But guess what? When I was sitting back, I was resetting. I was getting things back organized. I pressed through that time, made some changes. And when it was time, I restarted. Okay? Now, I've learned that there's so much power in pressing through. When you press through, you build endurance and stamina. When you press through situations, you learn and you grow. If you're always giving up on everything that you face that comes to be a challenge in life, you will never get anywhere. If you always give up on a goal, then you'll go nowhere. You will never get to the next level of living if you give up when it gets hard. Every time when I've pressed through tough times, I've always found that there is something better on the other side of my pressing. Other opportunities on the other side of the pressing. I finally pressed through and did my podcast, y'all. It was one of the most amazing feelings in the world because I know that I helped someone with my words. And I know I had to press through, getting past myself, press through those thoughts in my mind, and I did my podcast. And look, when you press through this process, you're not only impacting your life, but others around you. So keep on pressing through the process until your pain becomes your prosperity. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Tracey D. Armstrong, the Motivational Moment Mentor.